Okay, so I just wanted to do a little video of this is my cat. She's really purring. She obviously doesn't want me to do a video. Oh, Bobs, look. You love this dressing gown, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to really quickly say about talk about jealousy, because it's a big one. And I just had a vision and was given some words by Yeshua, who I felt really quite distant from in the past few days. But I've also had a really strong vision of a great big fire that's been like almost like you know when you go to some kind of fair or country fair and you like a bonfire night or something like that, and you have a great big fire and everyone's standing round it in a circle, and that was my vision. And the feeling that comes from arriving at this fire and partaking of it, just the whole experience of joining with others, and that actually the ones who you thought would be your lover, your mate, your husband, your partner, your everything for your life, your relationship, those people who come into your life and they're like perfect mirrors, perfect reflections of your soul path, your soul journey. And these ones, when they come, and they, of course, they have their own journey to do. When they are involved with their own journey, and you don't figure in that, and yet you're still together, you're still joined by something other than the thing that you think is separating you, which is all the things that that don't make you feel close, that make you want to argue. Jealousy is one of those things. I have a real problem with jealousy. I project. So I can be, it's okay for me to have crushes on people and be highly attracted to other people, but it's not okay for my husband to do that. But yeah, I'm kind of going off the point a little bit. The point was to say that Yeshua showed me this image of the fire, where this image just came to me, and for the last few days I've had this image of this huge fire that everyone wants to gather around, and the fire is obviously a symbol of God or source or whatever you want to call it, and the people who you are holding hands with and standing around the fire with are the ones who you see as being your source, your husband, your partner, your potential other flames, all the people in your life who you feel are going to do it for you in some way. I can't think of any other better expression. You can give me a better expression if you find one, but that's how it feels to me. It feels like we have this idea that our other half is the one that is going to be our everything and is going to be able to be our source of love for the rest of our natural life here on the planet. And it's just not true. It's just not the truth. And to truly see that, to truly show that to me, that one person, one soul, fixating on one person or deciding to marry someone and be in a relationship with them, and to think that that person can solve all your problems of feeling alone and like a separate body in space and time. But more importantly than that is the fact that really it's not love. It's an attachment. It's needs and wants and fear and attention seeking and desiring to be seen as just as this body, so that you can have the other body, you can possess the other body, and that's not love. It's not love. And yet we're doing it constantly with all our relationships. We feel jealousy if we see our partner or our husband with, talking to someone we think is attractive, and we really feel this this strong need to just squash it out, that flame, that attraction, whatever it is that draws you to another person. And what it is love that draws you to share, to connect, to want to be close with everyone and everything. That is what the fire is, and that is what we all want to get close to. And Yeshua said something really amazing to me. He said that, would you let a brother or a sister who was naked, lying on the floor, freezing cold, would you let them just stay there and not feel the warmth of the fire? Because the person who you think can do it for you could possibly be a person who's going to lead them to the fire, to the flames, to love, to the mystery of it all. And it really got to the core of me, because it really made me realise that really there's nothing stopping us from letting that happen, from letting our this really small idea of what we think is love, because that's what jealousy comes from. It comes from this idea that I need to possess that person who I think is my source of love, and I need to make them be what I want for me, because I don't know anything else. And I need that, because I need to survive in this world, and I need to be happy, and I need to have someone to satisfy me. who's going to give me orgasms, and who's going to be good in the bedroom, who's going to be good at sex, who's going to love me, who's going to be like the closest thing, who's going to do it all completely for me. When you actually really look at the ego's idea of what a relationship is, it's not love. And if we all, none of us were actually having love in any relationship, all relationships couldn't exist. There couldn't be any sharing or real nurturing, or there couldn't be anything, because we will be constantly in a state of hatred, hating each other, and arguing with each other, and jealousy, and never really letting the light of love come in. Never. When you actually allow it to be there, that jealousy, that grasping to hold on to the person who you think is going to do it for you, think is going to lift you up out of your needs and your wants, and because you refuse to look at those things, what that is that you want exactly, that is in you. The fire is in all of us. We just need to walk hand in hand together towards it, and really stand there and watch the mystery of it, the flames unfold, and truly, it really is a mystery. And that's what we want. We don't want jealousy and denial and arguments and pushing and pulling and avoidance, and all those strategies and tactics we use to bring that a person to us, when it never does it for you. It never works. Relationships are not ownership, and yet this is how our ego treats it, as if it's the other person is a thing. They're an object to be had, to own. If we actually owned our desires, or truly owned our desire to fully be with what we feel is missing. For me, it's, for such a long time, as long as I can ever remember, it's the intimacy and closeness that comes from being with someone in a close, intimate way. So through sex, through any intimate space where I can be truly feel like I can be myself and surrender the idea of myself completely. As this is one reason why sex is so transformative, because it's one area where we completely can lose the idea of separate self and immerse ourselves in the idea that there is one thing creating this feeling of oneness, and it's almost an overwhelming sensation of union with some mystery or power that's totally beyond body, and fulfillment through body's energies. Nothing wrong with those energies. And I've been told recently that not to worry about wanting to have an orgasm, because eventually that part of me that wants it for myself, that grasping part of me, is going to dissolve when I realise that what I truly want is more of God, more wholeness, more willingness, more surrender into that source that is actually me. Issues like this, I think, are dissolved when we give up having resistance to them. So allowing jealousy to be there, allowing anger to be there, that this person can't be, I'm not perfect, and I can't be what this other person wants me to be. I can't look like how I want to look like so that they'll love me more. And yet, the whole thing about body and how I look and what I want to achieve through how I look is totally is a total illusion, because the truth of me, the reality of what is life and love and all the things that I value that are not empty of love. Everything that we see, all created objects, are completely empty. They're innocent, but they only have the value that we give to them. So it's not going to have any power over you, what you see. It only has the power that you give to it. And we give it so much power and so much value, when it really, it's just there for our use, but it's not the truth of us. So the body is an instrument, a vessel for God's use only. And allowing that to be used how God wants to use it rather than how I want to use it, is also allowing all of it to be there that I want to be there. So allowing that fact that I want it to be how I want it to be is also part of it. So I think that's it. I think that's what I wanted to say, is the great mystery of the fire, and how it draws us to it, and how that is our source, and not the trappings of the ego, the way it seduces through how other people look, how they are, the things they say and do, all of that that is attractive, that is love, is God, all of it, the many faces of God. And it doesn't just come in form either, it comes in the ascended masters, the spirit guides, or angels, the beings who are all around me all the time. I have the same egoic feelings towards them as well. So with Yeshua, I'm possessive of him. I even think to myself, we even talked about being jealous of other people channeling him. So the ego loves to use these things to create friction of the separate self. The idea that it can actually be a body, and the body does everything. The body is who I am, after all, isn't it? Isn't it? It's worth thinking about, isn't it? Anyway, thank you.